Okay, that means ring the bell.
Everybody clean it up.
Bell. I'm going to set it down because it's heavy. And then I'm going to stop it. There we go. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, my ears.
I can do it again. Okay, so welcome everybody. If Ashley, I haven't heard your voice, do you mind leading us in the pledge this morning?
I sure can. All right, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's my cue.
Yeah.
I'm not pledging to Texas until I see the Texas flag. Okay. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Awesome. And guys, while we're doing this, go ahead and get your happy thoughts rolling in and your PayPal set up, you know. And it's 380 Rotary at, I can't even talk, 380 Rotary.com. Also, I'm at happy.
Yeah. So your PayPal app, go ahead and open up your PayPal app. But those visitors.
We have Mike. Mike came back. We
have Mike as a visitor again. Mike is visiting us from the, I'm going to probably say the club name wrong because they just changed it, but it's the Lake City's Dallas Morning Club, I believe. If I said that right, Mike?
That's close enough.
Close enough? Okay. The club formerly known as Denton Morning. I can say that one. But Mike lives out in Crossroads, correct?
I live actually just between Denton and Crossroads in the county.
Okay. So in the unincorporated areas. So he is
welcome.
And he
visiting us last week.
No cows but a farm.
You said a farm?
Welcome again. Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We're really proud to have you, especially coming back.
All right. So if you have any happy moments, let's see. Does Michael want to be the? I know normally Michael, as our sergeant at arms, would be running around the club with the happy jar.
I'm happy that Jerry and I learned how to use the friends and family link on PayPal so that we no longer have odd cents that we keep donating.
That's a good one. That's good.
Dollars now.
That's right. That's right.
Brian has tossed the money in the happy jar. Brian, tell us what you're happy about.
I don't really have anything in particular. I just felt like I'm happy to be here, I guess, maybe.
I'm happy you put money in the happy jar.
There we go.
Maybe that's what I need to change our offering. We'll call it a happy jar at church.
What?
But then people only give $1. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Little known fact, we're actually getting more money in the happy jar this way.
Oh, all right.
I've tried. I can't figure it out. I've been able to do PayPal well.
I can help you figure it out.
Okay. I'll call you later today.
All right.
Any excuse to talk to sign is a good excuse.
Did you pay for my happy too? Yes. Okay, so
yes,
he paid for my happy.
For Carrie?
Yes. And my happy is that my job officially announced that they're extending our mandatory work from home up till September 14th, which I'm really excited.
Oh, wow.
And they said even then they're going to take it on a voluntary basis. So I'm really happy about that because I love working from home because I don't have to deal with traffic.
There's no traffic.
No traffic. No tolls. No tolls, no traffic.
You got a raise.
I did get a raise.
And I'm a big believer
That's no joke. We can afford
should have used
money now.
Well, and I think that they should have used this time of like sheltering in place to do all of the mess that they were going to do on 380 and get that fixed. Like I'm seeing that as a complete missed opportunity.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because Hugh can just flip that switch on those construction workers.
I mean, pivot.
Yeah, that
I mean-
happened.
That is exactly what he has that power.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have that. I mean,
Behold the power of Hugh.
That's sarcasm right there, but you know, he does.
thank you,
On the,
China, for
on the
explaining that.
federal U.S. highway and the state highways, I can do that.
For those
Yeah,
that
it's
do not
super
know,
easy and
that was
simple.
China's humor. That's a waiver out there. Sarcasm and humor.
Yeah, no, I
Alright,
got my
and
brother
more?
because I'm gonna do my happy. I got to see my brother twice last week. He helped with the Providence Village Church, the tech side. The mixer board needed some downloads, and he was the technical guy that knew how to do all that. And then I got to hang out with him again, and so I got to give him a birthday shirt that said "me" with a question mark. It said sarcastic with a question mark, and it said "never" period. So it runs in the family.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
cute.
Yes. Yeah. So we socially
China.
saw each other.
I think y'all should get matching shirts, and
You can-
like I'm with sarcastic with like an arrow, like the arrow.
That would be great. Actually, we're going on because everything's opening back up. We're going on a family vacation we already had planned. So, and
Oh, cool.
during my birthday week. So
Awesome.
That's nice.
I sent over a happy. I don't know if it's made its way over quite yet.
it's okay. You can go ahead and tell you're happy.
Okay. I mean, I hope.
We don't discriminate against happies.
Okay, well, good, because it's going to a 380 of Rotary, or I'm sorry, oh my gosh, my coffee. The Rotary of 380, where I sent it before, so eventually it'll maybe make its way there. But I have a couple of happies. One, I haven't been able to attend a meeting in a minute, so I'm very happy to be here this morning. And the second one is my brother. So 3 years ago, my brother had a stem cell transplant to treat a kind of rare cancer that he had. And he got his results back this week that he's still in remission. And it's like a very significant milestone. So like in the first 3 years, if the cancer returned, he wasn't eligible for another transplant. So now he's hit that 3-year barrier. And after 3 years, you're eligible if it does come back to get another one. So like we're all super very grateful and can relax that, you know, he's still cancer free. And also, heaven forbid, if something were to happen, he's in that zone, like that better zone. So very happy.
Fantastic
Good,
news.
Yeah. For sure.
Anybody else have a happy they'd like to share, whether or not it's coming into the happy jar? Gina, we haven't seen your face or heard from you in a while. Do you want to just share anything you're happy about? I mean, I'm happy that when I walk by your house, I get to harass your husband.
He's really enjoying that too.
Good. Well, Corey does too. Corey's back there. There's Corey, guys.
I'm happy that school's almost over, and I only have to be a homeschool teacher for a couple more weeks.
Oh man, I feel for you guys.
Did y'all see
That's a
that
goal.
Dallas is talking about possibly doing homeschool all the way through the end of the year, the calendar year?
Ben does not need to get any ideas.
I know.
My kids would revolt. Never thought my son would ever say he wanted to go back to school.
I love it. Enough of this. All right. Okay. So, Hugh, now that we got you, and we're so happy to have you, we're going to have our
Yes,
Rotary Minute, and I thought maybe you could share some cool stuff that's happening with the County Commissioners Court, if you don't mind.
Yes. So, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble with Judge Eads, so don't put it on social media. But one of the reasons I got to get off of the Zoom call real close in about 10 minutes or 8 minutes is we're having an emergency meeting to discuss and bicker but I don't know if y'all saw, we got $147 million from the federal government, and we are going to be opening up a small business grant program to award grants to small businesses. throughout Denton County. And people will be given the ability to apply hopefully starting this weekend through next week if we can get everything lined out. We got to meet with some lawyers and executive session and stuff to make sure that we're not going to go to prison for distributing the federal funds in an inappropriate manner. But we should be announcing a lot of that this afternoon.
That's amazing. That is awesome. That is awesome. And then, yeah, could you also share with us the donations going to the nonprofits?
We did. We one of the things is we got the money. We gave almost between, I think it was $745,000 to United Way, which they're going to distribute through their partner agencies to help with food insecurity and rent, stuff like that.
That's amazing. That is so awesome. I'm so happy to hear that, because that's, you know, so many people are really concerned about, you know, funds and trying to donate and take care of our nonprofits. And I'm just so happy to hear that. And we'll mum's the word on the small business grant. It's a grant though, right? Not a loan.
It's going to be a grant, and we're still trying to figure out the back office provisions of it.
You got to make sure Chris Cagle knows that.
Yeah, and so you know, that's one of the things we're going to be doing. We're kind of, our big fear is that Harris County, Bexar County did similar projects, but they were overwhelmed with the amount of applications. Harris County, I think, got 80,000 applications in their 72-hour window. And we're not sure if we have the back office staff to handle if we have a huge surge like that.
Wow.
And I don't know if you've all seen in the news, the SBA has been criticized quite a bit for not adequately, you know, reviewing applications, and then on the other hand, not adequately getting the funds out promptly. So,
wow.
With trepidation.
As a bank on that, I would say that we've definitely learned how hard it was to be inundated with loan applications. We got more loan applications in the first day that it opened than we do in an entire year. And so we can definitely relate. But I have heard nothing but great news about the small banks and how they all were faster and more efficient in getting out those loans than the bigger banks.
Yeah. And we're going to start off, we've got $2 million in CoServe credit that we usually use to offset on our general budget. And that's unrestricted funds. So we're going to start off with that, and then kind of, you know, on a piecemeal basis, hopefully keep refunding our grant programs. So
That's amazing news.
That's wonderful.
For sharing, Hugh.
Thank you, Hugh.
But, my big fear is that I'm going to have to get off the phone and still, it's been such a rapid deal. I'm helping write the scope of work for a lot of the consultants we're fixing to hire, and I've got a meeting with them in 4 minutes. So
we understand if you drop off the call.
You can do it. You can do it.
But so, you know, but it's a lot of money, and, you know, it's got thorny stuff, but we're going to try and get it out to the community. That's what we need to do. So the deal is, you got to remember, any entity that was over 500,000 people got these grants from the administration. We've had a lot of contact from cities asking if the county's going to give them any of the money. Well, the cities are supposed to be getting, and smaller entities are supposed to, if they're under 500,000 people, are supposed to be getting it from the $11 billion that the state received.
Holy Moses.
And the big fear, I think, is from the local governmental entities, much like the Volkswagen lawsuit and the tobacco lawsuit. You know, the Volkswagen, where they didn't do the environmental stuff and they paid out a lot of money. The state captured that money, and even though they were supposed to distribute it to a lot of the local entities, because we do public health and, you know, be compensated for all the damage that was done for the mistake in the emissions and the cigarette, they really didn't distribute it. So we're going to have to wait and see if the state really gives the smaller entities any money.
Well,
if they
we're
don't,
really grateful for that.
But if they do, we want to make sure that we can use our funds to get it out to the public and county. So that's kind of what's going on.
Where do we go? I guess if it gets, everything happens for that small business grant, I mean, is that something we'll see it announced? And
I'm off Facebook, except thank you, Sina, helped me figure that out. But we still run the Denton County Commissioner Facebook, and then so there'll be notices on Facebook. Okay. And we're gonna work with all the chambers of commerce to disseminate information. Wonderful. And we're going to put it on the social media for the county, and hopefully we'll be unveiling a website. My worry is that, you know how it is, I'm worried that it's not going to roll out as smoothly as we want it, so I don't want to be premature and elevate everybody's expectations and then have it not come through as quickly as promised. But
I'd be happy to just take the money and help distribute it. Yeah. Just send it over. Briefcase.
No comment.
He doesn't want to go to prison.
No comment.
A prosecutor, like we see a state, county, and municipal prosecutor now for 24 years. I don't want to be on the other side of the bar.
No. Well, we appreciate you.
We know you'll do great.
Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing some good news that we could use. I appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Anyway. All right, guys, I will actually got to get on a call. I will talk to y'all later.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Hugh.
So I asked Ashley Cook. Ashley has ventured into some exciting news, and just really excited to hear a vocational update from one of our precious members. Ashley?
Sorry, my internet did this whole, your internet is unstable thing. So can y'all hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why my internet is unstable. I think it's like giving up after a week. It's just like, I'm done. It's been a bit of a crazy past month, but I wanted to back up a little bit to explain kind of what's on the slide. When I came into Rotary, I was working in corporate America. That's been largely where my background has been. But if you back it up even further to the wee days of Ashley, I always loved to write. And I would sit at my grandmother's table, when she would have her little Dickens village up, and I would just pour myself into that village. And I would see the snow, I would see, the cobbler peddling his shoes, and I would write, story after story and just live in that world. And then, as I got older, that dream of being a writer, it got buried. And I found myself in business school, and not because I wanted to or came alive at business. It was because it was kind of the right thing to do, and just never really felt like it was my place. But so I stayed in corporate and, grew there and had some great experiences and some great learnings. I did sales and marketing, analytics, things like that. And I found this niche a couple of years ago of retail storytelling, where you're taking the creative side, but you're merging it with the analytics, and you're building selling stories to help, to help our sales teams go and sell our company's programs and innovation. And so, but the stress of corporate and the feeling of this is still just not the right fit was still there. And so, the physical toll that it took on me, I was super sick last year, and I ended up with pneumonia in September. So somewhere between my crackly breathing and my fever breaking, I had finally slowed down enough to really start to start asking myself, there has to be another way. What could that other way look like? And so that's when I realized I could merge my love of writing with the 13 years that I've had of sales and marketing and analytics. And that's when somehow I stumbled into this concept and idea of copywriting. And, given that health and wellness is such an important part of my life, and I was laying on my couch, puffing inhalers and just so sick from the stress of it, I decided to focus in on helping the health and wellness entrepreneur. And so, wanting to really loosen my grip on the corporate ladder and pick up that pen once again. And so I started my health and wellness copywriting company. So I've worked with chiropractors, health coaches, nutritionists, anyone in that health and wellness specifically to small business owners. I love working one-on-one. If you're a solopreneur, that's kind of where my heart is, because I understand the overwhelm of starting your own business, getting your own, your own content up. So what does a copywriter do? They take words and they take sales and they put them together to drive results. So I write web copy, I do blogs, articles, newsletters, kind of what's on that slide. I'm working on a digital course now. So for those who aren't in a position to hire a copywriter full-time, I'll be releasing a course in the next month on how to write your own web copy using the methodology I use to get up on my, on the Google. And in 4 months, I was able to get to page 1 on one of my keywords. So I want to be able to share my methodology with others and help small business owners to really start ranking higher and attracting those clients in. So it's been so fun and so life-giving, and to realize that there is a way that you can live your dreams and also like not ditch your past as well, that they can kind of like, they can merge and they can mingle, and it can be something that's better than you ever.
It's so awesome. We're so proud of you. We're so proud
Thank
of you.
I'm an entrepreneur now. No,
You said there must be a better way.
There must be a better way. Yeah. Yeah. Wheezing on your couch for, like, that is not the better way.
And Sina, I think this is a great person to take a peek at our 380 Rotary website.
I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to share the love of Rotary.
Yes. Yes. I will take a look at it for sure.
Hey, that's what we're about, taking those talents, right?
We can have a Zoom call. I know where you live, Ashley.
No, I would be happy. I'd be happy to help.
Well, we're happy, and some of you guys in the club, I've tagged you into Ashley's Facebook page, and I encourage all the Rotarians to like her page. It's Lane Copywriting, and it's on Facebook. And
I'm also on Instagram too. It's the same handle. So.
Yes. So please,
Ashley, are you doing this full time, or did you step away from your corporate job, or are you still doing a little bit of both?
So my plan, I've been doing it kind of in tandem since I started, and with the plan of eventually like leaving corporate. And my plan was to leave in mid-March, and it was literally to give notice the week that COVID, like everything got shut down. And I was like, no. So but I realized, I still had planned, I had prepared financially to leave, and then fear kept me in. And it took another month for me to realize that I was choosing fear, and that was keeping me like held back. So I decided to not lean into that anymore, and I left corporate. I walked away 2 weeks ago. So
congratulations.
Yeah, life is so much better out of that right now. Like I'm happy. I feel healthier. It was 100% the right. I knew it was the right call. I just wasn't sure if it was the right time. And then once I made the decision, I was like, no, this is for sure the right time.
Okay, kids, and we'll schedule that Zoom call. Then we'll schedule that Zoom call since you're not going into your corporate job.
Yeah, exactly. No more commuting for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will absolutely support you, Ashley. And this is your Rotarian family. And hey, guys, if you know of anyone that could use these resources, please refer them to Ashley. And if you need it, for your business, or you just need some advice or whatever, feel free to ping her.
Yeah. And this month I'm doing free website audits. So if you want a copywriter lens, to review your site, just let me know. I'd be happy to take a look and give you ideas and pointers on how to strengthen and where you're already at. So I think
that's just gold.
Hey, Ashley, so I know you're specific to health and wellness, but you'll go broader, right?
I can. Yeah. Yeah. I specifically like if you go on my site, it's very kind of health and wellness. It leans towards that writing, but no, it's not exclusive to health and wellness.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll do print, web, all those mediums?
I'll write it. Yes, I'll write. I don't, just to make it clear, I am not a graphic designer.
Right.
That is a different type of creative beast that
For sure.
not. not skilled in, but I can write the words. Yes.
We are so fortunate to have you in our club. I love that. So Caroline, you got that ping right there where that talent is, you know?
Oh, I found my Strengths Finder book when I was going through my bookshelves, and I was like, Caroline.
Sign up.
Yes.
All right.
So I have some exciting news. He'll come back on the screen. Dwayne.
Oh, is he off?
He's turned his video off. So the board met last week, and the Presidential Leadership Committee nominated Dwayne Bronner, and the board voted to have him as the presidential designee nominee. I don't know how many more times I get to say soon. This is to be Carrie's words she gets to say over and over again. So what we will need to do is Dwayne will follow Carlos. So we've got Carrie that starts in July, her year run for July 1 through June 30th. Then it'll be Carlos's year, and then Dwayne's year comes after that. So we're always have people lined up to go in our club, so we don't miss. We always have a president. It's always important to have a president of a club that attends pets and is moving things forward for our club. So right now, I would like to, for all of our members, go ahead and call for a vote. That if all in favor, or actually, I guess I need to take a nomination first before I can vote. Anybody want to nominate?
I proudly nominate Dwayne Bronner for presidential nominee.
Designee.
Designee nominee.
You do not have to say that
Designee
whole
nominee.
thing if you want to second it, but would anybody like to second that?
Second.
So nomination, right, not voting. Sorry, second. Thank you.
This is
All
Jeff.
right.
Jeff seconds.
All right. Carrie's the secretary. She's the one that's taking these notes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it's sometimes hard to know who's all talking at the same time. So.
All right. Well, then, all in favor of Dwayne.
Amen. I'm sorry.
The president. Wrong place for Dwayne. I mean, on Sunday you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that any day though. But presidential designee nominee for the 380 Rotary Club.
Yay!
Okay. And then anyone against? Oh, okay. All right. Passes unanimous. All right. So Dwayne will be following Carlos. And then if you are interested in how Rotary leadership works, feel free to reach out to me at my personal email, signa.tidwell@gmail.com, or the 380rotary@gmail.com, and we can talk about how that all works and how you get to be nominated or
come to
board positions or chair positions. We definitely, our club is going to remain active, and we will be doing socially distant service projects and fundraisers in the coming months. So we need all hands on deck. So wherever, and then of course do the strengths finder so we know where we can put you and you feel comfortable. All right. So the Happy Jar, I know I mentioned earlier that we've received more Happy Jar money since meeting virtually, which was a side effect that we didn't expect. But it has been budgeted, and so we also haven't been spending money on donuts or Chick-fil-A or coffee or just some of the things
we're making money. See, when we stop spending money, we make money. That's good.
As the financial advisor. So
just wanted to point that out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. They're being reallocated to support each other. So if you are on the Facebook page, you'll see socially distanced pictures of me taking a selfie with, I learned from David Belding that one. And we have had a chance to visit the UPS store last week. There's my socially distanced picture. They all work together, so
I was going to say,
they've already shared their germs.
You're socially distant. They seem to be a little crowded, but
they apparently are good. And then I did an elbow to John, and John isn't officially on the membership committee, but John loves recruiting for our club. And I walked in with Nancy Cake cookies, and the first thing, he didn't say hello. He said, "Is she in our club? She needs to be in our club, and her husband needs to be in our club too." And I said, "I'll let you take care of that." So, and the staff, of course, were incredibly happy to get some cookies while they're working. So you never know when I'm going to show up with cookies, but that is kind of what we've been doing the last few weeks. Jennifer Kirk was last week. Ripples of appreciation. This is just ideas for you to show appreciation and love in the community by doing care packages for, the postman, the waste services, any lawn service, food delivery, package delivery. So
Hey, Sina, if we do that for waste disposal, what's the best way, like for that, like if we wanted to do the little Ziploc baggie?
So I just, when you can hear them coming. And so if you just, hop out and toss it in their window, or sometimes they just roll down their window and toss it up to them. They
I'd
love
be so afraid I'd hit them in the face.
I know. I can imagine you running down the street, throwing candy at people through their windows. That's a great visual.
They're so tall up. It's not like you can hand it to them, so you have to kind of toss it.
I mean, I'm a giant.
I think you could tape it to the top of your trash can and they'll get it that way too.
You can. In McKinney, they don't come out of their truck. So
in Providence Village, they do.
So yeah. If you're in a neighborhood where you can just put it on, attach it to your can, you can. But yeah, guys, just remember little acts of kindness like that, especially your post service, your all these people, your essential workers.
Yeah, they haven't stopped, and I know a lot of y'all haven't stopped as well. So, and that's why we are, making sure we honor each other and appreciate each other, and then also look out into the community as we already do the service of self.
So I know some of the places like Costco and other places are requiring face masks. So I just wanted to know from you guys, and you don't have to answer now. You could just, let me know on Facebook or let, just ping us. But if you are in need of face masks, just let us know. We do know, Sina and I both know several people who are making homemade ones. And so I just want to make sure everybody at least has something. Because I do know some of these venues are not allowing patrons to come into their stores without them. So just let us know.
I have a face mask.
Good. And then for our programs, the only one that's currently on hold is the one Gina is working on, which is the first responder support program. It's just everything's on pause right now with our businesses, understandably. So, but everything else is still full swing. Dwayne, I know you're still collecting donations and could use some volunteers, right?
That is correct.
So if your kids are restless or you're restless, Dwayne, they can use some help, right?
Yes, we could use help. We're getting ready for our Kidsy Free summer program in Little Elm, and just to add that on top of our busy schedule. And so it is gearing up. We'll feed over, my goodness, 20,000 lunches during the summer months in Little Elm, and to all the families. And I bet I'm expecting even more than that. That was last year's figure. And so I think with all the financial difficulties that are going on right now, that we'll probably see more kids. Unfortunately, the school district, sorry, too many activities. The school district did not file for a grant to continue feeding during the summer, which many school districts did get that grant. But I predict that we'll probably maybe increase by 50% to 100% of those kids in need. So
we'll get get some dates or signups or something maybe where we
yes
okay.
We could do that.
We'll get with you, Dwayne, and get some more detailed information so people know where to go to volunteer and to help.
Then I have some good news for Providence Village. JT's not on the call, but I've been in a couple meetings with him this week. Providence Village Church is working on a food program as well. So that, of course, the church itself is probably going to do the volunteers, but we've discussed how Rotary can definitely supplement any of the efforts as well, since that's going to be on the corridor as well.
It's wonderful.
So that's just a little, not a whole lot of information just yet. Still working out some of those details, but yes,
Awesome.
I'm excited that there's, something in the works right now.
Good. All right, we'll get there, totally. So Caroline, I know we've been talking a lot about strengths, and we do have some new members that may not understand quite what this is, and I want to make sure they know this isn't a horoscope, that this is. So could you share with us what this program is and why they need to sign up?
Sure. So so I talked about it for people who are on in the meeting a few weeks ago, but it's Gallup is the organization that's been doing a lot of research over the last 50 years in workplaces all over the world. And it's all positive psychology based, heavily researched.
Sorry.
And so they've uncovered that, we all have different talents or natural ways that we behave in the world that can be channeled for good. And so these 34 different themes that they use in Clifton Strengths are kind of ways to talk about the natural talents that all people have. And so their purpose is to help people become more aware of what their strengths are, so that they can then channel them and use them well. And so it's a workplace tool that I've used in a number of other settings. And so we saw some interest in Rotary, and so I'm offering to provide a workshop for anyone in the Rotary Club who wants to participate. We'll put together kind of a team grid and have a conversation about what each of these strengths really looks like, how they can be used for good. And then we'll look at our group as a whole. So if you have taken it before at any time in the past and you have your top 5 or your top 10, if you could email maybe even just 380 Rotary at Gmail and send your results. You can just type out whatever your top 5 are or your top 10. Go ahead and send those results to 380 Rotary, and we'll kind of compile all of that into a team grid. And for those who haven't taken the assessment before, I know the club is offering to set you up so that you can take those assessments and get your top 5. And so I have a list of people I know that are interested, and so I'm going to be emailing those out. So it'll be coming from my email to you directly, inviting you to take the Clifton Strengths assessment. And then once you get your results, we'll automatically be able to see those as a club. And so we'll just put all that together and kind of look at who we are as a group and what kinds of talents we have among our membership. And I think it'll be pretty exciting just to sort of get a picture of what all we all can do. And so that's kind of our plan right now. So we'll get everyone's results in. I imagine that'll probably take a couple of weeks, and then we'll schedule a time for anyone who's interested to jump on, and we'll do like a mini workshop online looking at all of this.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Caroline.
And then if anyone individually is interested in diving deeper, Gallup has a ton of resources available through their website. It doesn't affect me at all in any way, but I'm happy to sort of connect you and help point you in the right direction if you're interested in learning more. And then they do also offer, if you want your full 34, instead of just your top 5 strengths, if you want to look at the full kind of DNA of your talents, then you can purchase that separately through Gallup too, and just sort of tag that on if you're interested. Or if you want a coach, I'm a certified coach and happy to help anytime. So
I highly recommend her. 100% highly recommend her.
So-
Thank you, Caroline.
yeah.
Watch your inbox from an email. Caroline, excuse me, always. And if you do not get one and we have somehow inadvertently missed you and you have not taken it, please again reach out to the 380rotary@gmail.com.
Sina's face
think
is
her video
freezing.
froze.
Your video froze. Are you cold?
Anybody else on the call right now that has, or I know like JT has, and I.
Oh,
Yeah,
Diana,
okay,
we're
so,
missing,
huh?
we're hearing about every third word that you're saying.
you're having
You're
technical
breaking up.
difficulties.
See?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix those difficulties. Looks like everything's good over here.
Could just be your internet. You know, you and Ashley live pretty
Mm-hmm.
close together, so.
It's the Providence
be.
Village.
But yeah, Carrie
Yeah.
completely froze while I was talking, so I didn't know if it was me or if it was her. I was just saying that you're going to get an email. You haven't, Carolyn,
Yep.
reach back out to the 380rotary@gmail.com if we accidentally, inadvertently.
Yeah, I'll finish her sentence. Yes.
We're all hanging on the edge of your words. We're like, and
No.
then,
doing so
and
good.
then.
Left off the list.
Thank
Can you
you,
hear me
Caroline,
now?
so much. We really appreciate it. We really thank you for offering this service. And so, guys,
Okay, y'all are there. I'm gonna leave. Y'all there?
yeah, we're there.
Okay, y'all were all frozen for me. I'm gonna log out and come back in.
That means it's you.
Okay,
You,
so
Sina, it's not us, it's you.
so while Sina is just going through this, we do need your ideas because we need to get some fundraisers in, and you know, we've got our events that we plan for, and we've got our libraries. And so now, you know, if you have ideas, I know Denise, you had a great idea about yard signs. I was looking something up about t-shirt fundraisers where we could say something like Texas Strong or you know, Better Together, or whatever, something that people would want. Let me know. Toss your ideas our way. We would gladly hear it. Even virtual fundraisers, exploring that idea. So anything clever like that, we'll there we go. Sina's coming back in. There we go. We want to hear from you. So let us know. Just send us a note, text us 380rotary@gmail.com, or just, you know, you know how to find us. There we go. There's Sina. She's back.
Yes, we want to make money.
Yes, we want to make money.
Hey guys, I'll tell you the t-shirt thing. I've been made a believer about t-shirts. A guy designed a t-shirt for us for the food bank.
Right.
And in a week, in the amount of t-shirt sales that they have done, the food bank has raised $1,500.
See, I know. I was just looking at that. So
Yeah.
So you know what? We'll dig a little deeper into that. So Dwayne, I'd like to connect with you and
Sure.
on it. So we'll talk more on that. So yeah, guys, get your juices rolling and think through if anyone has a Yeti cooler that they would like to raffle, or a Gucci handbag.
Oh, I have one of those. Yeah.
Gucci handbag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Richard has one, I think. He's got Chanel. Okay. So please.
Richard's probably seized one before.
He probably has seized one.
I have seen several. Yeah.
Oh, there you
So-
go.
Oh, Sina froze again. Okay, so happy hour locations. I got Jeff already on the mission to be looking up for different cool hotspots. So soon, you know, most of us will feel a little bit more comfortable about venturing out and seeing each other face to face. And when that happens, we want to find something cool and new. So Jeff, I know you're going to be looking. If any of you other guys have some ideas or fun social areas that we can just hang out and that also offer non-alcoholic choices as well, because not everybody drinks. That's along the 380 area. Just let us know, you know, because we are exploring. We want to find some cool spots for us to hang out. So
And there's a place on 380. It's right there in Crossroads. It's east of Walmart, but it's called Bottle Caps or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good place. It's got good food. You have both alcohol and non-alcohol, and you know.
See,
Is
that's
that the burger at Bottle Cap? Is it Bottle Cap Alley or something like that?
Yeah,
Right.
something like that.
I've driven
been
by
there.
it. It's always been packed.
Yeah, it's actually, I've been in there a couple of times. It's actually got good food, and they have tater tots.
They have
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the biggest obstacle is, and Carrie and I were talking about, is just making sure that, you know, if we had a large group and they're minimized to 25% occupancy, we don't want to, you know, do we have to make a reservation? Because it's a whole new scenario that we're trying to deal with. So yeah, if you guys have ideas, let me know, and I'll call them and see if we need to make reservations.
Hey, there you go. Thank you, Jeff. Go to Jeff. And remember, we are looking at areas that even, you know, further down past the tollway in the, you know, along the 380 corridor. So it doesn't have to be, you know, in one spot. You know, we're branching out. So just whatever you think is fun and cool that we might like. Yeah, hit Jeff up. There's Sina.
Hey, sorry, my internet went down and then back up. If you can go back to the slide before, though, I had some from a meeting I wanted to share.
Sure.
Sorry, we've moved past that. Sign
I
up.
know. Well, my internet went down.
Hang on. How do I go back?
Sign it.
So,
If you
Oh,
could
you don't
just
have, I don't have to slide to talk about it.
right behind you, so we know when
Huh?
you're frozen and when you're not. If you could put a slow moving fan.
You know, I can always, I need to like have a moving rotary wheel. Or
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would work.
So I'm on the team that has to put together public image friendly projects and COVID friendly projects for the district. So
that's good to know.
If you have ideas, I'm totally taking those, and I have to present that in a meeting on the 19th to the district. So I'm definitely going to poll the group on that one. If you have ideas, it doesn't have to be something we're going to do. I want the idea fairies to just rain on so I can push it back out, because there's 72 clubs, and what might not work for us might work for them. So there's my plea.
We got you covered, Sina. We'll take care of it.
There we go.
So you're looking for ideas for fundraisers.
Fundraisers and service projects. Things that we can do right now while we have to socially distance. Okay. So
we'll do it. We'll get you covered.
I've got some, but I'm only one person.
And I know we're at time, but just a quick reminder, we are having new member orientation class. Sina taught the last one 2 weeks ago, and she'll be teaching another one on Monday. So please sign up, register. Even if you think you know everything about Rotary, you probably don't. So
I don't.
Even Dwayne, who's like our veteran resident here, is going to be in it. So
I always learn something new, so that's great.
That's right. That's right. So be sure to register. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Come join me.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and it is Be Kind to Your Mind month, guys. So if you need a friend to talk to, or, you know, we're here to be with each other and support each other. If you got some problems, let us know. Don't carry your burdens alone. Hey, I rhymed.
Yeah. You should write PSA announcements. Yeah.
Yes.
And star in them.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
anybody have anything for the good of Rotary? Once, twice. Okay. Denise, I know you're there.
I am. Sorry. I'm getting
That's
ready to go to
okay.
work.
I know you're listening. I'm not calling you out for not seeing your face. I know you're there. And so I was going to ask you if you would go ahead and do the 4-way test to close us out.
I would love to. The 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Number 1.
Is it the truth?
The truth.
Number 2. Is it fair to all
All
concerned?
concerned.
Number 3. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Number 4. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And number 5.
Have some fun.
Hey, that was a lot better. We're really improving at this.
All right, guys, I'm gonna ring it.
Yay!
Ah, my ears.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend, guys.
You too.
You too.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Say
Mother's
good
Day,
morning.
ladies. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Is that today?
Mother's Day.
Is that today?
Happy Mother's
Sunday.
Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
This
You're just
weekend,
giving us
Jeff.
an advance notice. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still good. I'm still good.
Get out of
All right.